Hey, what's up, beautiful people? How y'all doing? Welcome to another amazing day of the NPL where I take you through the entire games of the day. So let's take a look at some of these teams, where they're going to be landing. You can see that map moving across right there, all the way from that north central position towards that southeast, right there around Milton. And let's take a look at some of the teams that are going to be joining us right here. We got the boys from O3 coming in with a three-man squad. We got the boys from Citizens as well. We got DT with the three-man squad. We got the Syndicates. We got Foul Play. We got Upper Six. We got UA. We got 21. We got Unknown Soldiers. We got the boys from NE Monger and his boys. Yeah, we got X, we got Seek and Destroy, we got Vibe Gaming, we got No Gaming, and we got EXO coming in with a two-man squad. All right, so several different teams now looking to loot up right here. I'm just gonna be pulling up the second screen in just a minute. We're just gonna be looking for where several different teams are landing. We're gonna try as much as possible to follow the action throughout, as you have known right here for quite some weeks now. We'll be trying to follow the action with the double screen as not to miss anything entirely. Got Seek and Destroy not too far away from the boys from 21. We might be seeing some action going down right there. You already see Barrow heading towards that direction where some of the boys from Seek and Destroy are currently situated within those buildings. We'll just take a look at several different places to see if we might be getting into some action right there. I'm just gonna take a look onto Slinger. You can see Pharaoh and Slinger are pretty much close to each other right now. They're getting might be getting into a skirmish at any particular moment. You can see Pharaoh right there now beginning to take on shots onto Slinger. He's able to do a little bit of damage right there. Slinger is holding himself. And Uzi, there's also Daddy behind those walls, and ooh, Pharaoh goes down, sent back into the lobby. Slinger can now turn the sights onto Daddy and knocks Daddy down as well. All of a sudden, the boys from 21 losing two players right there, and now left with just Wheezy, who's currently not close to that team, and giving us some early sweet first action right there on this particular game. Let's turn our sights onto the boys from Upper Six, who are right here on ground with the boys from UA. Already, matter of moment, two teams. 21 jumping into the action right there quite early on. I have a bit of a cold, so please bear with me. Hmm. As you can see right there, Jesse getting taken down. I believe he was trying to get into where he could get out of this position, but right there, Jesse getting taken down, sent back into the lobby. I'm not sure if the players from UA were currently aware that Upper Six was here, but I mean, they know they bought loot this area quite often. So, I mean, it'll be pretty naive to say that they don't know because, they're quite like regular customers right now. We'll keep an eye on them to see if there is going to be another clash between the two teams. We'll see how that goes. All right, as you can see that map right there, the boys from Vibe Gaming are not too far away from Outsiders. You can see that map was sort of like tilting towards that eastern region right now. So we'll still be curious to see how it does play out as we continue to progress. All right, we'll see how that one goes. There's also the boys from Unknown Soldiers and O3 all the way up towards that northwestern region. We might be seeing something going down there. A lot of teams are already situated within the zone, so yeah, a lot of them don't need to move. They don't need to change their position right about now. But we got the boys. We got the boys from extremists who already have like a large portion of that zone just south up on Mansion. We got the boys from citizens as well who may be looking towards getting towards that central position, and they might be getting into a fight. Those two teams. So I don't know if you say might see something going down there. But right now, as we did speak about Vibe Gaming and the boys from Outsiders coming into a possible skirmish right there, as you can see. Bad and Bougie is getting a knock right there, and it does look like we might be getting a push right there on to the boys from Outsiders, as the boys from Vibe Gaming might be looking to make that push right there. You can see Orisha is currently knocked right there. Bad and Bougie is making his move, and the boys from Vibe Gaming will now be looking to see if they can begin to get closer and closer onto this particular region. And you also got Rabbits, who I believe is getting the third party right there. You can see Ban and Bougie right there getting that finish with his vehicle. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Guys, I can't show my face today. I would love to, but I have a bit of cold, so yeah, I'm not feeling myself like physical appearance and all that. I don't even know how I look. So like I literally, yeah, I'm not in the whole camera facing. It's really like setting up my camera has like I have to put on my lights and all that, all that shenanigans. Like it's actually a lot. But anyways, the boys from Outsiders are currently situated up on. They do have the high ground on the boys from Vibe Gaming, and it does look like most of the times, 9 out of 10 times, that means that you do have the advantage, and maybe Bad and Bush is looking to change that totally by making those rotations, and that's exactly what he's into right here as he does move all the way into those other buildings, trying to see if he can get an angle on the boys from outside. As you can see, Pinto are trying as much as possible to see if he can get a knock or two onto the boys from Prime Gaming, that position where Supremo is currently situated at right there. So I'm just gonna switch on to Supremo and see, what he's seeing. It looks like he's just waiting. Ayo looks like he wants to hop into a vehicle and go to that situation or move away from that situation. But I do believe he's just moving his car away from the line of sight of the boys from outside so that they do not damage the vehicle. And he's getting back into the action right there, trying to take a look onto the boys from outside. So let's see who is going to get another knock, because it's all down to that at the end of the day. And while that's going on, we'll just take a look and see where several different actions may be going down so that we don't miss it. We don't miss it. Let's see what's going on. So far, no team has been lobbied, but 21 leaked a couple of players quite early on. We do see several different teams now begin to make the rotations. Foul play maybe getting into a fight right there with syndicates. We do see some syndicates rotating across right there from Cervania. You can see several different teams that will now need to make the rotations into that zone as the zone shifts all the way around Gaznaya. And this is where things now begin to get really interesting. We're going to still keep a sight onto Vibe Gaming and the boys from Outsiders while we're taking a look at several different teams making their way into that zone. We got Cold, not so far away from Extremist. We might be seeing something going down between the two right there. Let's see. There you can see the boys from Cold trying to make the rotations. Lazy's vehicle is in a very, very, very bad state right now. Any slight shots coming onto his vehicle or hit, he might just begin to get blown off his vehicle. He has to come down right there. Take care of that vehicle. Everyone's trying to find a spot within that zone. Two teams already beginning to go at each. And the boys turning sights onto Lazy. His vehicle really smoky. He has to come down. And Lazy's in a lot of trouble. He does need the support of his teammates. About to throw a nade into his position. Ooh, but Lazy is able to take down Monga, but the vehicle coming in right there from Lala, and right about now we do see Lala is the only one left for his team. Rabbit going in right there, trying as much as possible to see if he can get the res onto his teammate Lazy. But they take one down in this particular fight. So the vehicle being blown up right there. So does Lala get sent out of the game. Boys from Cold taking out Lala and his boys. Sending them back into the lobby. Yeah, officially our first casualty today. You see a potential fight going down between the boys from S7. Does manage to escape. They do one player there. As you can see on that map, right there, every single team's pretty much situated. But it does look like we might be seeing something going down between Outsiders right there, as it does look like they have taken out one player from Unknown Soldiers. Alright, outsiders. See if they can do this one. Just Honda trying to make that flank. Boys from unknown soldiers. Rasta trying to go in for that revive. Dangerous time coming in for the team as outsiders was pretty much on their tail, but they do just move out of that one. Lovely rescue coming in from Rasta right there onto his team as they do decide to just move out of that position and rotate away from that danger right there. Begin to fight another moment right there. All right, we do see the zone pretty much just shifting again. Several different teams like Cold and Foul Play will be needing to rotate in right there. You can see several different teams are already situated within their various positions, as you can see right now, and it's all down to who actually does pull up on someone's building. All right, just to see this sitting towards that center, but they've got like two opposite sides. Yeah, that's something, several different teams do and decide, you know what, we're just going to hold two different positions, and depending on whichever one we make our rotations in that final zone. It's a way for them to hold, guarantee themselves a spot within the zone. And as you can see, several different people are already beginning to make the rotations. You got a bunch from Syndicates going into two splits. As you can see right there on the map, they're one's heading towards Yasnaya, while the other one's heading towards another region right there around where you see the boys from Vibe Gaming. So let's see how this one does play out for several different teams and who's going to get into the next skirmish right there. I do see the boys from Foul Play not too far away from the boys from Cold. I might be seeing something going down there. We'll keep an eye on that. It does look like the boys from Cold just did continue to make their moves. Syndicates are not too far away from Vibe Gaming, and we might see something going down between them as well. Does look like they're just gonna back out of that one. And DT and Syndicates now beginning to engage each other. DT, who came into this game as a three-man squad, coming in right here. They've lost one player. They've been able to take down one player for the boys of Syndicates. Now they're trying to save Archer. Citizen McKay, I can't do webcam for today, but I will next time. I need to. I mean, trust me, I'm not 100% now, but I will next time. I promise. I will next time. All right, so the boys from Syndicates. There's one player to DT. DT who came in with three-man squad. They did take down Archer, but he was able to get revived by his teammates. Now we're getting into that final circle. A lot of these teams have managed to evade, getting knocked down. We got 18 teams right here in that final circle. You know how ridiculous that is? That they have managed to evade fights for so long. We still have 18 teams going down right here. All right, we got the boys from S7 not getting into a fight with the boys from Unknown Soldiers. We cannot escape the fight way too longer. You can see Rasta and his boys pulling up right there, getting into taking up shots onto the boys from S7 as they take down the last member right there. Going down by Rasta, the boys from S7 get sent back into the lobby. Now turn our sights. The body for it. Does look like 6 getting into a fight. Citizen losing one player right there while trying to make the rotations in. Does look like they did lose their scout 11. Now they'll be looking find other ways to rotate into that zone. You can see the boys from Cold setting those up shots onto them. Might see something going down between the boys from Extremists and the Citizen. Go taking on shots at the boys from Extremists, but he's got to get into the zone himself. Action going on in several different corners. The boys from Outsiders as well are pretty much in some trouble as they're coming up against the boys from Unknown Soldiers. That zone shift, they're becoming crazy. When one's last player gets sent back into the lobby. Keep an eye on the fight with boys from Outsiders, as well as try to take a look at some other fights that might be going on. Onto this one, boys from Citizens. Grab the Citizens, have X. Shy boy getting pushed by two players right there, but he's able to evade and move away from that particular position. But some Extremists are still holding back and making a push. Coming in with the third party right here. Ooh, the nade taking down Shy boy. That will be the end for the boys from Citizens as they get taken out by Extremists. So much action going down in several different corners. Everyone's now hopping into that zone. See on one corner we got to fight within that center, opposites. 4-3. Somehow managing to stay alive. Syndicates have got to get into that zone. You can see Hitman struggling right about now. Pubgm is still looking good in this one. They've got themselves a few kills, but Nexus goes down right there. Six in a whole lot of trouble. Vibes on. Pubgm taking on shots onto the boys from Syndicates. Nexus gets gone down. So where things are now beginning to get interesting. Everyone's is now coming into the mix. They're taking on shots onto each other. So many teams to follow. Got this keep going down right now. It's just down to one player, Lazy, and boom, gets sent back into the lobby. Six somehow still managing to stay alive right here with only Deji left. Supremo taking out his man. On the side, something goes about 6. It does throw a nade into that position and it does bounce right. That one is just coming up a little bit short. To make the push. There's also DT Houston, that mix right there. You got Seek and Destroy who are out in those buildings, so we'll try as much as possible to pay attention to all of these fights that are going down right there. All right, you can see the boys from Pubgm and Ayo already beginning to make that push right there. So just come down from his vehicle. The boys from DT already beginning to take shots at him. The boys from Lucy, Stock, and Cole right now upper 6. I'm curious to see how they're going to find a way to make it into the zone. If they do that at all, it does look like the boys of Seek and Destroy are already beginning to make the push. Right now we're down to DT and Vibe Gaming. And they get this back to a 3v4. Definitely looking like it can. Gets one. DC boys are grinding going down. Archer still trying to fight his way through. Woo! But at the end of the day, it is the boys from Vibe Gaming who do seal that one home and get that winner chicken dinner right there along the way, grabbing himself 14 kills. And it was a lovely, lovely first game to go. All right, we still got a couple of games to go, so don't go nowhere. We'll take some adverts from our sponsors, and we'll be right back for some more action right here. See you soon. All right, so what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We're back into our second game. All right, so let's take a look at several different regions where we're going to be seeing those early fights. We do know that Sandhog does provide that to us sometimes, but let's hop onto that map. Take a look and see. We do see UA not too far away. That one, we do see one player from Extremist getting taken down, and ooh, second player. Extremist now left with just one player right there. As they do lose a couple of players to Monga and his boys. But some outsiders also getting into a fight. I'm not sure exactly where they are at. Alright, just see the boys from UA heading towards, well, Marcel, then just to close to boot camp. So you can already see. He's just right there on top of those hills as he might be looking onto that position where 11 and Bego are currently situated at. See a potential fight coming down as well around Painan. Kunai and his boys not too far away from the boys from Syndicates as well. I think I'm just going to tune into that particular one. Got Thirst. Let's get to that position where Kunai and his boys are currently at. Well, to Uzi versus DBS, and right there in that moment, it was the Uzi winning that particular one as Kunai does take out one of the players to Syndicate, reducing it the fight to a 3v3 as they were at the disadvantage in numbers coming into this particular fight with a three-man squad in this particular lobby. Right now, Jude and his boys have to get that revenge onto the player Thirst who's been tested in this particular game by Kunai. Let's see what they do decide to do, how they do decide to play this particular one. It does seem like he wants to take that higher ground approach, get into top of those buildings. Currently, Drew getting taken down, and as you can see, the boys from Syndicates have another player who's currently down. As the boys from EXO making their move, Hitman goes down as well. And now it's left for Sexy. Is he going to be on the run? Sexy pretty much just hiding it out right there in those buildings. Keep an eye on that chase. Does get onto man. Brings him back into the lobby. He gets that confirmation right there. We do have several different teams, as you can see on that map, already making their approach towards that center. We got Vibe Gaming and as well as the boys from UA just eaching really close towards that center within boot camp, so we'll keep our sights onto that. It does look like the boys from Outsiders are now coming into this particular fight right here. I mean, take out one of the players from EXO. I think this Outsiders coming in with the third party. Down his boys. He got themselves 2 kills so far. That nade. Not been able to hit any target right there. It does a little bit of damage. Rasta. All right. Or some outsiders sitting on the 4-man squad. You got EXO on the 2-man squad right here. We're going to keep an eye onto this 2 teams so far. We'll use one of those screens and we'll just take a look onto what's probably going to be happening right there in boot camp. So we'll try as much as possible to stay informed of the various fights that are going to be going on. Some of the fights are going to be going on the several different corners. We can capture every single one of them, but at least we can take a look at what's going down here. You can see Bad and Bougie getting really close towards Shy Boy. We have another fight coming down here between the boys from No Gaming. Well, several different possible fights, and I want to try as much as possible to keep, to be right there when it happens. It's 21. Going up against No Gaming, and you can already see the shots going down onto Emperor. See, taking those shots onto Emperor. You can already see things happening right there on the other side. The boys from Pubgm making that push onto that position where the boys from Citizens are currently at. Just going to try to put up Citizens on the second screen, put up 11 and his boys. Although we do see No Gaming getting into that fight right there. So, okay. You know what? I'm going to keep No Gaming on that other one. See how they do. Revive Gaming still making that push onto Citizens right there. On the other side, you can see No Gaming are coming up against 21 who's a 3-man squad on the other side. So let's see who actually does make the push right there. You can see No Gaming right there coming up against the boys from Citizens as Bego. He's just trying as much as possible to remain cautious on the other end. No Gaming is pretty much just at a standstill against the boys from 21, as the boys from 21 do have the heel and height advantage. But let's turn our sights onto the boys from Citizens. See how Bego and his boys are doing. Does look like Bego has treated a little bit. Who's gonna get that first knock between these two teams? It's inevitable. The fight's bound to happen. It's in Bad and Bougie, Supreme and Iceman. Pretty much just waiting for that opportunity to take out one player. Team 11 sending out Nate into that position where they're currently at. The team just taking their sweet time. In the meantime, I'm just gonna move. I'm just gonna find another guy to watch. Okay. We got the boys from O3 right here coming into some last one. They lie down to Magic. Just as we left it, the action's already beginning to go down between the boys from Citizens and Pubgm. Right there, Iceman losing a bit of HP, but they most likely are deciding to retreat away from that particular fight. S7 coming into the mix right there and taking out one of the players right there from Citizens. FST also in the fight with Code right there, as they have taken out one player from Code. And right now you're looking at, I do believe it's just No Pain. He's currently left from FST. Coming up against two players from Code. The other end, we got a fight going down between the boys from Outsiders as well, who are currently outside the zone. Corners, basketballs everywhere. Or someone on soldiers are pulling up onto that particular fight as well. As you can see, Josh leading that line, sending out smokes, trying to find a way, pop a nade into that position where the boys from S7 are currently situated. Everything went the system was reconnecting for a bit. All right, so we got the boys from S7 and unknown soldiers about to go at it. You can see that nade going towards that position where Josh is currently at. He's able to evade a little bit. His HP down to pretty much 30%. Let's see the boys from S7 are currently not making the push, but the third party coming in from Citizens, taking out one of the players from S7. Now, you see Josh trying to push up onto that position where the boys from S7 are currently situated. Has gone down. Josh is still Ooh, Josh put it in the work right there. He's the last one for his team, going up against the last member for S7. literally short destruction for both teams as they do get sent out and back into the lobby right there. Both S7 and the boys from Unknown Soldiers get taken out right there. All right, taking a look at this zone, you now see several different teams looking to make their way in, looking to make those rotations. The boys from Vibe Gaming are still sitting down on a full squad right here, and we do have several different teams like Foul Play, fighting around or inside that zone looking to get in as well themselves. We do see citizens not too far away from the team 2A, and we might be seeing some action going down between these teams right about now. Jesse and his boys are about to get confronted by citizens, and Bego pulls up into that building, takes down Butcher, sends it back into the lobby. This is where things now begin to get really, really exciting and interesting. See, there's some bad gaming going on as well. Supreme gets taken down. So putting in the work. It's a three-way fight coming on between these teams. One game one, Vibe Gaming. This is game two. So down to about 12 teams left. You see Bengal trying to go in for that revive. Ooh, but a third party coming in right there does send him out of the game. You see that Nate going into that position where Bego is currently, where Bego is currently at. Does get sent down right now. It's just left with Ayo trying to get that revive. The zone's coming in as well, so they're in a very, very, very sticky situation right about now. They've got to get into the zone. They got UA in front of them. Their health's pretty low. How are they going to pull this one off? And that will be the end as Ayo does get sent back into the lobby. Alright, Lala and his boys holding quite a favorable position for now. They still got a full squad. Coming up in a fight versus Lala's boys, but Rage gets another knock. Are we going to see a squad wipe coming down from Rage? Down. Third party coming in right there. Stick down another player from me. All right, going into this final circle, who do you guys think is going to win this one? We got the boys from 21 who got themselves 3 kills so far. Daddy now taking a look onto Rage. Rage trying to get into that zone. He's got Seek and Destroy, but Misty's having none of that as he does take him out of the game. Right now, we're down to 4 teams. You see that third party right there coming in from 21 as they are almost sending you out of the game. Except for Saz. right, the boys from 21 have a good position within that zone. Situation. And can they seal this game through? Will it be a comeback? Ooh. And there you have it, the boys from 21 winning that particular game, taking home this game in Sandhawk right there. Ferro getting himself 4 kills and Weezy getting one, and the boys from 21 sealing that game through at the end of the day. All right, guys, we'll be right back for some more action. We still got about 3 games to go, so don't go nowhere. Go grab yourself a drink, and we'll be right back after we take a look at the advert from our sponsors. So. All right, guys, we've had some interesting games going so far. Now we're getting into our third game of the night. We can see that map going all the way from that southeastern region towards that southwest region, and several different teams are already beginning to land at different spots. So we'll take a look and see where they're all going to be situated. All right. All right, do see there was some outsiders not too far away from the team. We'll keep an eye on them and see what's going down in that particular region. On the other end, we see there was some extremists as well. Close to currently on ground with Lala and his boys. So we might be keeping an eye on that particular one as well. Yeah, might be getting into a fight any moment from now with the boys from FST. Nobody on the other end has been taken down. He's currently in the water. The other end, you can see FSC no pain getting taken down. Most likely sent back into the lobby by the players from DN. Does look like the boys from FST have pretty much just packed their bags and moved away from that region. Several different places where we might be seeing fights going down. Keep an eye onto them right here in military base. You do see the boys from EXO. They've currently lost one player. They're down to just two left. Most likely lost that player 221. We'll keep an eye on that fight with the boys from EXO. The boys from 21 right there. As we do take a look around several different positions and see where we might see fights going down between all these other teams. As you can see, that zone moving towards that western region right now, and you'll be curious to see how these teams do manage to rotate away from those positions. And you see Lala rotating away quite close to the boys from Code right there, as you can see on the map. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, it's about that time. One. I've got Daddy not too far away. Boys from EXO, but it does look like they're going to be hopping into the vehicle. They're looking for the last two players. Just getting out of this region. right. You can see everyone just taking a sweet time, trying to get those loots. So the ones rotating away, you can see the boys from from code as well, making those rotations. Everyone's trying as much as possible to head into that zone. Let's see, Daddy just picking out for several different teams who are currently still, for the boys from EXO who are currently still in military base. You got DT all the way in Novo. Let's go. Alright, so taking a look at that map right there, you can already begin to see the boys from Outsiders are currently within that central region around the boys from No Gaming. They decided to get that 2-2 split. You can see Rasta and Wanda, Pitwa on the other end. But it's just a split with Orisa right there. It tends to work out sometimes. Sometimes it actually is a disadvantage. But we'll see how that goes on for the team and see how and what them do make of it. So we'll tune into Outsiders, see what's going down between that team, and we'll also take a look at several different boys right there. We do see the boys from 21 on those rotations. They are looking forward to seeing the boys from EXO. Everyone's taking it quite easy. Remember, the first Erangel game that we played, we had about 18 teams in that final circle. A lot of these teams have, mastered the rotations. Alright, the boys from Outsiders might be dangerously close to the boys from Cold. You can already see them making the rotations around them. It doesn't look like they're heading towards the region. Gaming as well, taking a look at that map, not too far away from Outsiders. They're holding a position within Pochinki. I'm just searching and looking for that first action right here. Are we going to see it coming down from Seasons? No, not too far away from the boys from T. Let's see, it does look like that's a mix right here as they do take down one of the players right there from Citizens. As you can see, Rage right here, his health coming up against 11. Gonna switch on to 11's point of view. Everyone's gotta get out. Another player from Citizens does get taken down right now. Citizens is down to 2 players, down to 1 right now. If Shy Boy does get lobbied, they'll be down to 1 player. 7-7 Godier coming down right now against Archer. As you can see, 7 takes down Archer, takes down Rage. Left foot Stark, and goodness. Oh my goodness. What a rampage coming in. Like foul play, just got a team right there. Got the boys on the end. Right now we have another fight. Going down between the boys from Vibe Gaming and FST. They do take down the boys from FST, send them back into the W. All right, everyone's already beginning to claim their spot within that zone. You see the boys coming on soldiers holding that central territory. Gonna stay with the boys from Vibe Gaming for now. Alright, we might be seeing some other action going down right here. Bad and Bougie heading up on those hills. Oh, but Bad and Bougie goes down. Bad and Bougie getting revived right there, going up against more known soldiers. Badman. Oh, Badman goes down. Supremo's laid. Now it's left to Rasta and his boys to somehow chat. Back. Let's see Senior Man sending on them shots. Senior Boy goes down as well. Now the boys. Soldiers, Josh, trying to keep his team alive in this. White Gaming trying to get that thirst right down to the last player, Bad and Bougie. On both sides, it's mutually short destruction so far. White Gaming look like they may be able to get that rest just in time. Now it's 2v1. All right, we'll keep an eye on Josh to see how he's doing while we try to take a look at several other teams. We're down to 16 teams right here in the lobby. As you can see right there, Godless does get taken down by one of Tammy from upper 6. Josh does get taken out finally by the boys from Vibe Gaming, and they're heading back into the lobby. As you can see on the right screen, now we're down to 15 teams left. As you can see, everyone's now beginning to make the rotations into that zone. It's in as well. 7 putting in the work this particular game. Alright, that zone's about to shift to the boys from No Gaming situated within that center. All right. Give us some action now. We're going to be seeing the boys from Foul Play getting into that mix right here. Oh, spots Deji sending on shots into Deji's position right there. Gonna probably most likely be hopping into his vehicle, looking to get into that zone. Magic, the only one for his team. Might be seeing some action going down there as the boys from S7 are taking on shots to several different players who are making the rotations into that zone. It's the upper 6 on the tail. Syndicate's pretty much keeping the boys from upper 6 right now. I see Thirst taking on shots onto some of the players right there from S7. Now with that zone shifting, time for a lot of these teams. A down to 2 members. They somehow find themselves an edge within that zone. Opposite trying to get in. See Tammy in a whole lot of trouble right there. Indicates our player Hitman, who's currently been taken down. Six getting third passes. For 6 down to a 2-man squad so far. Syndicate's trying to escape away from that one, trying to get into that zone. AG getting taken down right there by foul play Sean. Syndicate's put up into that position where X is currently situated and Brand does just a quick walk right there as Brand does take him out. S7 still in the fight right here. You got the boys some cold. God. Yeah. A really tough situation. The boys from Extreme sitting in those buildings are trying to drive through, driving the center. And Lobby, you shall suppose up into a position where there was some extra currency situated. Right now, we're down to 9 teams left in this particular lobby. A foul play who's up in that building. Citizens still got Shy Boy in this particular game. Now we're down to 8. That's O3. Player from O3 does get taken out. Shy Boy still trying to hold his own, but the vehicle does get blown up and sent back into the lobby. Citizens going down in 8th place right there. They fought really hard in this particular game. Checking a shot from a distance right there by Biscuits. Butcher gets a bullet from the vehicle. It's left in Jesse. They're waiting for a shot from right about now. Biscuit does take down a player from Extremist. Now Biscuit has got to head into that zone. But Biscuit's health is also low. Putting up onto that position where the boys from No Gaming and Quarantine how long he is still going on in the fight, and No Gaming let's take that particular one. Now, All right, who's gonna win this one through? I'm just gonna stay on with some of the guys who have one player so far. All right, so we got a 3-1-1 situation, and ooh, look at that! Look at that coming in from Bad and Bougie. Right now, it is 3 players from No Gaming. It is 1 player from X, for the extremists, versus the boys from No Gaming. They need to focus on each other and shoot each other out. At the end of the day, it does provide the opportunity for No Gaming come in right here and win that particular game. All right, GG's from them. We still got about 2 games to go so far. Don't go nowhere. Grab yourself a drink and we'll be right back for some more action. All right. Let's go. We're on to another game of the night right here in military base. As you can, this time around, the map going all the way from that southeastern region towards that southwestern region, and there's several different teams right here around citizens. Got the boys from syndicates. Gonna switch on to another screen right here. You can see Jesse right there, Vibe Gaming getting into a fight. Vibe Gaming. Two players quite early on in that particular one. Jesse somehow managing to evade some trouble early on, and you know how military base usually goes. You know, it takes some time to build up. Eye on where we potentially an eye using where I might potentially find fight. So got the boys from citizens. Have O3 not too far away from them. They've got syndicates not too far as well. You're pretty much getting tackled by the boys from Cold right about now. But do they have the capacity to do a 2v4? We've seen it in the NPL so far. But Choker is not too far away from them. He's looking to get a flank position. All right, does look like AO just find a way to sort of like evade that danger for now. So let's take a look at where other different teams are currently situated. It does look like EXO has gotten into a fight right there. Don't see them on the map, so right. Coming up in the fight against the boys from Extremist. And it does look like Gunnar and his boys have managed to take down one. They're sending a nade onto that position where Wolf is currently at. The other end, there's a fight going down. The other end of things, there's a fight going down between outsiders as they do lose two players. Temi getting in a lobby right there. The boys from outsiders are down to just two players, losing two right there to the boys from upper six. AG quite close to the boys from outsiders, taking on some shots onto them. Sarge as well. Right now, outsiders, it does down to the last player. Look down to the spot. See him taking some shots onto Deji, but they do get sent out of the game right there. Let's now turn our sights onto some other teams. You got Vibe Gaming, who's still quite really close to the boys from Cold. And it does look like there's a top team in the mix right there. So let's zoom in, figure out what team has now put up onto this location. Boys on 21. As you can see right there, Daddy taking out one of the players. Easy is also in the mix, but they do need to be careful. The boys from Vibe Gaming might be coming into this one. Boys on 21 putting up onto this position. They just got a 3-man squad, but that's enough for a team like 21. See who's wait for his opportunity. Got Choker right here. See, on top of that building. Ooh. Does require the support of his teammates, Biscuit and the rest. Ooh, Daddy goes down. And as you can see right there, Choker. Ooh, Choker with another knock right there again. We're trying to get the revive. I feel like they should have pushed at the time that they had the opportunity. They are taking down 2 players for 21. But now the players for 21 are currently back up. And all that work that Choker had put in may be going into waste, but let's see how this does build up. Dead Fury getting a knock right there, and now Choker's looking to make that push into that position where they're currently at, as you can see. out for his team. Barrow gets another knock right there. Right now, it's all down to Biscuit. Biscuit is right here. So, I think it's AFK. I think he's stuck. Oh, he's stuck. Biscuit was stuck in the wall. He couldn't join them in the fight. And at the end of the day, the boys from 21 win that particular one. It happens sometimes. They do lose 2 players, though. But now they can go into the zone after winning that particular fight. Send us out into Lala and his boys. See how they're doing. They're making the rotations into that zone. Ooh, might see a fight coming down between the boys from No Gaming as well. Coming up against the boys from UA. Yeah, I've lost one in this one. They have another player who's currently down. We're just trying to go in for that revive. Ooh, Trap just gets taken down as well. That was Butcher and No Gaming taking out the boys from UA. I'll turn our sights into that center. Syndicate is getting tagged up right there by the boys from Citizens. 11 who came into this game with a 2-man squad. And we're looking for that opportunity. All right, taking a look at that map, you can already begin to see the different teams need to make their rotations. You can see the boys from DT as well as O3 looking to rotate into that central spot within that zone. There's no team sitting down in that center. We might be seeing something going down right there. We do see the boys from Extremists who still have a full squad. They've not had quite a day, quite an easy time so far. Will be looking themselves. Was getting their rotations on. It does look like they might be coming into a fight right here between themselves and the boys from O3. Ooh. And upper 6 taking on a player from S7 right there. A slim cat right now. This boy is down to just 2 players left. S7 sending on shots right there onto DT. We still got about 14 teams left. Oh, right here we do have a fight coming down with the boys from Citizens. Coming up against Slinger and the boys. So right there in level, sending on that nade onto Misty position, but it's not able to do any damage. Now a fight going down between the boys from Syndicates and O3. Those look like Syndicates are in that particular one. And all of a sudden, now the boys from Extremists are pulling up onto this position. Now we're going to be seeing a fight going down between the boys from Syndicates and Extremists. You see Brand beginning to send that nade and his HP as well, almost being taken down. And he's got to get that heal on. But ooh, the nade taking down Brand. And the boys putting up right there, taking out the team Extremist, send them back into the lobby. Syndicate's currently sitting down with 7 kills in this particular one. Coming up against Temi, but he does get sent back into the lobby. Citizens are still in this game. We got about 11 teams left. Shy Boy gets gunned down. 11 is the last one up for his team. Getting shot up from several different corners as they do get sent out of the game by Lala and his boys. Now we're down to 10 teams. Lone soldiers right there, probably getting into a fight. On the other end, we do see DT potentially getting into a fight. But the boys from foul play, we're just going to try and stick to the two of them. See how that goes. Biscuits coming on the stream, and Biscuit says he was eating. Biscuits. Soldiers, one player right there. Case on the other hand, they can take down Pharaoh. One trying to get themselves into that zone. Six in a whole lot of trouble. Let me trying to get that revived 10-1. Trying to make those long rotations. Gotten them some 10 kills in this particular game, but they just have a two-man squad. Down, that puts it 4 for them. Everyone now heading towards the zone. You see Temi heading towards that zone. Right next to Badman, and he does get sent down into the lobby. Judge is currently still outside trying to put up that huge strats. This boy is currently sitting down with a 3-man squad.
You read that. Keep your gun.
Hey,
Next this, Yapa.
finally,
I still get my crate.
an assistant. Finally, I needed
Sorry,
it
take my
back.
crate, I get 3. Took me. Zone day or front.
All right, so we're down to 4 teams. You can see Slim Cat
Sure,
trying to make
see this.
his move into that zone.
This one for you. Go for that reach. Fit or party safe.
That gets taken out.
Look that boss here they come. See that guy? We get one mysterious need. Come back. Nice one. Come again.
Surge Nate taking out 2
See
players.
that Leave and let's play again. If you copy your kill, sir.
For a moment, it was looking like Surge was going to take this game home. Well, Islanders boys getting the victory in that particular one. All right, guys, we're going into our final game of the night. Let's see how it goes. All right, we'll be right back for some more action right here. All right, guys, it does look like that was actually our final game of the night. So we'll be ending the stream right here. Thanks to everybody who